I think this is a good entry, good zone and good entry. Just maybe make sure it's not entry like after 7 or 8 consecutive shifts on MB basis or something like that, maybe 10. So I don't know what's happening here. This one is kind of okay, but at the same time we have this boxy price action, so the model is hard to establish and we have like too much inside structure here, no? And specifically here in the moment of the entry, as you can see, the price was just pushing up. So I understand that the entry is here, but it's basically only a CS entry and there is no fractal or inside structure supporting the entry. Imagine that you would have here something like this, so at least some fractal breaks and some kind of an entry, but here the price is just moving up. Here again, I like this impulse definitely, however it's coming back also very aggressively, you know. It's like 50-50, you know, and I definitely don't like what's happening here. So what we have here, it's market that is moving up and then makes one big move down. So this is a reaccumulation model. Imagine that the price already rejected from here and your entry point is here. This is much more powerful entry. This entry has the same issue. The market is moving down, 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 up. So yes, this is possible, and yes, you have even some fractal shifts, but overall the model is redistribution. So sometimes and many times these entries work out, but also many times the market will just continue, you know, reaping everyone out, then maybe make this megaphone and then we'll go. So that's why entry points inside the zone itself, they are always 50-50 for me, you know, not the best quote. Same thing, market is moving down, entering against the structure. Yeah, pretty messy price action, immediate impulse against the entry. I like this impulse in isolation, but I don't like this, and I definitely don't like this. This is more or less fine. You have a rejection from the zone. This part maybe is not the clearest, but that's still fine. Here I think this one is playing against you. This block is playing against you. Yeah. This impulse is playing against you, but mostly this unclear price action here. Yeah, it's just more likely a reaccumulation or tightening before moving up. This one is fine, I guess. Yeah, you already have some down movements. That's fine. This one is more from early entries. Yeah, you just tapped into the zone. You basically is playing against this impulse, and yeah. So yeah, this one is one of the weakest entries. Yeah, you have, so you can definitely get rid of entries like this. So first of all, unclear price action, impulse from this box to the upside. So what is the expectation? The expectation now is that the price will continue. So this would be a much better entry if this move went to the downside and you entered here. So yeah, I like this entry. This one is nice. So you have reaccumulation possible here, which became confirmed here with a very clear impulse. Of course, you have this unclear part, and the fact that before your entry you have this big impulse into the zone. So actually the price never started to move to the upside. So overall, from what I see right now, you often try to enter in the zone itself, you know. But what I found from my practice is that these entries will really often stop us out, you know. And so entries in the middle or even before the break are much better, because you already here you have a confirmed accumulation which is moving up, and here you are entering right before the possible markup, you know, because when the market starts to break the high, it can just pop, make a reaccumulation, and then reach even higher target. So this is my best setups, you know, from here and from here before the initial pop. Then you can move to break even, and usually you can survive reaccumulations. Yeah, this is obviously against the immediate impulse into the zone, but overall context is nice, you know. But this is definitely, even if it would work out after such impulses, usually you will see like this and then move, you know. This part in isolation is really great. However, I don't like this. So imagine if this entry, so imagine that this price action is not here. Imagine you have something like this, maybe red distribution possible, now confirmed, and now you enter. You see the difference. So here you have all these price actions supporting you. But here you are basically entering, if you imagine this on higher time frame, it probably looks like this, and you are entering here to the downside. So yes, it can move to the zone, but it will usually move like this, and then it will go. I like the idea that you are moving with the impulse. However, you can pay attention to the fact that it's happening pretty far after the break. Again, that's fine, that's completely fine, but just make sure you understand that you have, after the break, you have a better possibility for some tightness, maybe something like this, and then you enter when the market already corrected a bit. Or you just wait maybe for deeper pullbacks. However, but sometimes they work again. They work out. So you have an impulse and then continuation. But here again, you don't even have any kind of stoppage here. So just impulse, and the zone is fine. The zone is fine, but we are after the break. I like this. I probably don't like this. So you have this precedent price action of down movement. I like this entry. It didn't work out, but it's fine. Yeah, this one is probably the same. Again, in my opinion, it's kind of mistake when you know you have a zone, okay. But now if the price went all the way up to the zone, what it's doing here? It's created structural shifts to the upside. So you enter maybe with triple M or CS, but there is no even internal structure supporting it. Look how strong the impulse is into the zone. So when I see impulse like this, I immediately expect either absorption or at least some slowing down, and then enter here. So this is a really early entry. Plus, I have also this quality for impulses when they are relatively overextended compared to previous impulses. That means that we will have a lot of internal structure. And you know, when the market creates something like this, it very often breaks the zone. So again, it would be better to enter not here, but to wait for some structural shifts and so on. Again, I like this entry. yeah, it seems that it didn't work out, yeah, but I like it. So you had some kind of a box or reaccumulation, price started to move up, that's fine. This one is fine too, but box. Oh yeah, by the way, from a previous trade, so when I was talking about overextended ranges, you know, I noticed that entries from these obvious big impulses, they sometimes work out, but usually they will break. Instead, when you have something like this, so average size build up, like calm build up, you know, then you will have this wave-like motion or ladders, maybe something like this, and then you enter and you understand these are clusters and they will probably pop. And usually it can happen, maybe you have this move and then it starts to build up slowly, you know, and then you have this markup right before this. So yeah, these kind of entries are really nice, and they are from here, not from here. This entry is basically really nice. You have some move up, reaccumulation, build up, calm moves, no overextended, and you have this entry. Yeah, really nice. So these entries, pay attention to it. This one instead is a bit too late, you know, because what you see here is that the move that broke this high is already happened. So what do you expect here? You expect this or this. So it's a bit too late to enter here, you know. In this situation, I would wait either for this or maybe better for this, you know, for reaccumulation. So for something like this, and hoping that you will wait your break even. But yeah, really nice entry. Price is moving up, fractal reaccumulation, clear move, super clear zone, entry. Yeah, really nice. Also nice entry, I like it. That's fine entry, but looks a bit overextended here, but that's fine. This one is made from unclear environment. No, it's a bit unclear. I understand that you have this as your main support, but again, you have a market that is moving down and now created this first shift to the upside. Usually first shifts, they end up into repeat mitigations, maybe something like this, and then they go. So this is a bit early entry. I like this entry, but this impulse could be better. But overall, that's okay entry. You have this liquidity here, so that's fine. Also, fine entry. Fine entry may be a bit overextended based on the count of MBs, but as an idea, that's fine. It could easily work out, and the environment is clear. This box is unclear. Oh, we discussed already. And this one. Don't remember if we discussed this, but that's fine entry. This one a bit too early, I guess, but given the fact that we had a box and we have clear shifts, then that's fine as well. Yeah, that's fine. Not like the perfect, but is it the same entry? Yeah. The impulse is not of the best quality, you know, it's like dying here. It is basically dying here, you see? And clear or a bit overextended, like a bit overextended. So a redistribution is more likely here. Good entry. This one is like 50-50 because the price already basically broke this high, you know. The zone you are looking here is good. However, as you can see, it showed a reaction but never showed a follow through. So instead it like mitigated and now breaking it up and comes into a zone with big impulses. So this one is a good one in my opinion. So you have probably some kind of high time frame zone. The price started to build up. Yeah, that's fine. I like the overall context of this entry, but I don't like the fact that we have this move up, and so what is the stop loss basement? So maybe triple M, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe something from here. So again, 50-50, but 50-50. A bit unclear environment here. Good entry. I like it. Here the market is in this part is moving against you. So I understand that you have this, and this, but I don't know. Maybe this is higher time frame zone, and then the market like came, created a first shift up, now shift up. I mean, it could work out, but again, you see redistribution, and we need this redistribution into the zone to transform into accumulation. So maybe one more move up, down, and then up, up. So a bit unclear. No, it's average quality setups. Overall, your setups are like average quality. Yeah. Almost every entry could be much better, you know, and a lot of them. So some part of them has basically mistakes. That's fine entry considering your target here. That's fine. We have some overextension, some local possible accumulation, which could be, by the way, redistribution, but given the fact we have clear moves, that's okay. That's fine entry, that's fine. Reaccumulation, moving up, that's okay. Again, this is an attempt of the early entry. And these are probably some news. So very often after the news, we have something like this. And yeah, overall looking a bit early. You know, maybe it would be better to wait for this break. So break and then enter when you have these supporting you. But here, what you have is this supporting you. So more like redistribution. Again, remember, if you have redistribution, wait until it becomes accumulation. That's fine as well, but the impulse is a bit overextended, too much of internal structure, which is, if you look at this pullback, I mean, you could argue that this is accumulation, but I don't know. It's just not that clear. So again, average quality. And overall, the market moved from here like to the downside. I don't know the high time frames. That's good. Market is moving to the downside. You entered with this. I think this is a good entry. Yeah, this is a great entry. The market is moving to the downside, created redistribution, confirmed it with like calm movements, clear breaks. That's really fine entry. Very unclear, like an extremely unclear box. So when you see something like this, you just put your alert here, and then wait. The market can do like this for a long time. Same situation. Is it the same zone? Yeah, so it worked out, but for me, not high quality. Don't remember if we discussed this one, but I definitely don't like the fact that we have this immediate impulse, this move up. Better entry would be here or here. That's a fine entry. A bit boxy here, but that's fine. Definitely not clear context here. Definitely very early attempt to enter. Like this box, so this is not looking like a clear accumulation. If anything, this is just a beginning of accumulation. And you are playing against this. So yeah, very unclear context. This one is fine. A bit boxy, but we have some down movement here. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine, yeah. Not the best quality because of this slowing down in price, but the logic is there, the setup is there. I personally don't like the fact that we broke this And if we look at this price action, we have this local redistribution, you know, so, and the impulse into the zone is pretty big. So the logic of this kind of price action would be to, so if this all is reaccumulation, we mitigated this, created this, mitigated this zone. So why the price didn't break here? So the logic after this tightening is to break, but it didn't break. Instead, with a big impulse, it came down into the zone. So you see, this one is very good in my opinion. This one is messy. So you are just in a big box. Big box. The immediate price action here is definitely working against you. So this kind of price action is just expectable here. Again, coming from unclear environment. The price is moving against you here. So maybe this entry, this point would be much better for an entry. Yes, it didn't work out, but it would be better compared to this, in my opinion. Same thing. Is it the same entry? I'm not sure, but again, this is playing, like, this is clearly playing against you. You see, it's just, you have this reaccumulation, which is now confirmed. So this is reaccumulation, which is now confirmed, big impulse. So what do you expect from this price action? It should go up. So you should exclude this kind of entries. This one is much better if you look at in isolation, you know. So you have these nice moves, but if you look at this, then this becomes possible reaccumulation. So if you want to move to the downside in this market, and again, if this is a higher time frame zone, then you have moving up, and then first shift to the upside, to the downside. Usually first shift, they have some kind of liquidation before confirming accumulation, and then you enter here, or wait even for some reaccumulations and enter lower. And this is the same entry, yeah? Okay, hope it's useful, let me know.